Welcome to Nostalgia Games. Welcome to Fallout New Vegas. It's going to be my first time playing through this game in its entirety. I've played a couple hours, but I've never had the chance to beat it. So, let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and start a new game. I'm going to try to keep the music down for you guys. I know this opening screen's pretty loud, so I hope my voice is blending in nicely enough. Let's go ahead and start a new game.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
can't go wrong with Ron Perlman as your narrator. Really excited to get this playthrough going. I remember the opening being pretty fun. I'm gonna try to make it as fast-paced as possible for you guys.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Alright, so let's get started. Obviously, we don't want to be named Courier, so let's change something up a little bit. Giving some thought to the name. Something funny. C.H. Ungus. Fittingly, he should be a large individual. However, I don't know if I'm going to do that. Let's see.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Alright, so let's mold our guy. Let's see what we got here. So, I dig the graphics. Really enjoy that. Makes it easy to run on the computer. I've looked through the presets. I'm pretty sure this is what I'm going to go with. But I can quickly show you guys what they look like. Not that this game, you know, hasn't been out for 12 years, but either way, here we go. Let's go with this one. We'll try to get through all this beginning stuff pretty quickly for you guys, so this first video can have a little bit of plot to it. Alright, but as for C.H. Ungus, let's make this guy wide. Have some entertainment here in the beginning at least. Okay. Looking pretty angry there. Kind of like that. Okay, a little bit surprised. I'd rather keep him angry. There we go. Looks like someone out of Oblivion. There we go. Let's keep the eyebrows down. Eyes. Ooh, okay. Keep them down. I want this guy to look somewhat realistic, so I can't make him too crazy here. Okay, I gotta keep that. Gotta keep that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's give him the beak. Oh god. All right. I'm glad I'm gonna be playing in first person because I couldn't look at myself the entirety of the game. Yep, let's bring that down. Short, there we go. What was that? Nose. Let's go to mouth. There we go. Alright. Cheeks. High or low? Let's keep it low. Shallow or pronounced? Let's go shallow. He's looking very piggish. Very piggish. I didn't even know I could get this kind of look. Retracted or jutting. It's really gonna... Oh, God. Okay. Thin or wide? Oh, no. Double wide. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Alright, what was that? Was that jaw or chin? Okay. No, I think that was... Let's go to jaw. I think... No, I just did that one. Okay. Alright. C.H. Ungus. Fine. Eye color. Doesn't matter. Age. Oh, should I make him old? Nah, he's fine. He's fine where he's at. Hairstyle. I want something kind of crazy. Okay, I think that might do it. But let me see what else we have here. That's pretty unsettling. I'm gonna go with that. Would a man like this have facial hair? That hides his features. I don't want that. Or anything that accentuates them. Okay. I mean, you can't go wrong with mutton chops like that. You know what? Let's go with them. Hair color. Let's see what we have here. Not gonna spend too much time on this. I actually kind of like that. But I also like the blonde. There we go. Alright, this is C.H. Ungus.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that matters.
Stuff that mattered.
Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet.
Yep, take a look at the fan. Make sure it's still there.
Walk down to the end of the room. Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Oh god. Okay. Alright. I can work with that. Real quick. Let me just here we go. Boom. Zoom in. Oh god. Real quick, let me just thumbnail. Yeah, that's gonna look pretty good. Getting some behind the scenes here. Alright. Let's get up and I'm gonna loot everything later. Like I said, I'm gonna just get through this opening bit real quick.
Ooh, looking good
So you guys don't have to watch all this boring stuff.
Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
Alright. I'll give you guys a quick rundown of how this works, but I'm sure if you're familiar with Fallout games, you're gonna know exactly how it works. So 5 points I can allot to either strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, or agility, luck as well. So let's jump all the way back, and I'm just going to put them in as I go through. Strength, I'm going to keep at 5. I don't want to have to deal with running out of inventory weight. That's always a nuisance, and I don't want to have to drop stuff. Yeah, simple as that. I'm not going to use melee. I'm not going to really care about unarmed. But really just that inventory weight. Perception, keep it at 5. Endurance is always a good thing to put in. It helps with health. Resistance, survival. Things that are kind of just essential. Charisma, I'm actually going to put 2 here. I think speech is really important if you want to get some of the dialogue options you wouldn't have otherwise. Intelligence, extremely important. Specifically for science, repair, you're going to have gun problems, medicine. You want to get as many points when you use a stim pack as possible. And skill points, it's pretty obvious. You want to maximize the amount of skill points you get. Agility. Luck. Why not? All skills, critical hits, enemy mishaps. Actually, let's do this. Let's put it into intelligence. Alright. I like to keep everything at 5. For instance, I know sometimes people take like 1 out of strength, 1 out of perception so that they can put it toward other things. Maybe that's a better idea, but...
That's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news.
I have to keep it even.
We know your vitals are good. But that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
All right. See if the dogs are still barking.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Cat. All right. Cat. There
House.
we go. House. Okay. Shelter, burglarize, renovate, target, investment, demolish. Do renovate.
Night.
Day. Do they have day? No. Okay. Dream works.
Bandit.
Bandit. Kill. Okay. Vaporize. Swiss cheese. Stab. Crush. Bribe. Vaporize. Light. Dark. Yep.
Mother.
Okay. Caretaker. Jeans. Cookie jar. Tantrum. Tattle. Regret. And human shield. Okay. I don't know if these actually affect what happens.
Okay. Now, I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Conflict just ain't in my nature. I'm gonna disagree. No, I'm agree.
I ain't given to relying on others for support. I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
I disagree.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
Disagree.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
I agree.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
I don't really see anything. I think I remember this particular question. Broken chain. Definitely don't see that. A chemical reaction. Shadow in a door frame. Oozing wound. An angry two-headed ant. I kind of see that one, actually.
Okay. How about this one?
Looks like a lighthouse. A ship at sea. I'm too embarrassed to say what it looks like. Okay, let's go with a ship at sea.
Last one.
It looks like two bears with their backs facing away from us. Or excuse me, their backs facing us. Clapping hands. Anyone else see that? No? Okay.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Alright, I'm actually going to take all these out because I want to be able to place them where I want to. Barter. Affects the prices you get from merchants, energy weapons. Enhances their effectiveness. As for explosives, guns, medicine, really anything. It just increases the effectiveness. So speech, really important to me. I want to be able to have all those dialogue options. Off the bat, medicine is super important. Lockpick is really important. I think there's a couple of safes here at the beginning. I would put them into science and repair. Actually, I'm going to do that because I can show you guys something you can look into before you even leave the docks place.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Actually, I do. 2 traits, or none. Built to destroy. The flamer that burns twice as bright burns half as long. Plus 3% chance to critically hit. Equipment decays 15% faster. I definitely don't want that. I don't want my weapons decaying quicker. Fast shot, 20% faster fire. 20% less accurate. I don't like that because I like to use VATS. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to jump ahead and actually use one of these. 20% slower, but 20% more accurate. So great for VATS. Good nature, I've considered, but it's +5 to barter, medicine, repair, science, and speech. -5 to like weapons, guns, energy weapons, explosives, and unarmed. So I'm not going to use that one. Heavy-handed just increases the speed you throw. Oh, excuse me, it's kamikaze. Or no, loose cannon. Either way. I kind of don't like any of these because they have drawbacks to all of them. But this is the only one I like because I use VATS. And Wild Wasteland unleashes the most bizarre and silly elements of post-apocalyptic America, not for the faint of heart or the serious of temperament. I'm going to do it because if there's any kind of, I don't know, Easter egg type things, I want to make sure that I'm getting those, so going to go with that.
All right, I guess that about does it.
Yes, it
Come
does.
with me, I'll see you out.
Alright, so like I said, I'm going to loot this place afterward. Clean it dry. Actually, no, I'm going to do it right now, really quick. I don't know if I'll actually get the chance again. Right here, if you have 25% or greater in repair, you can get a submachine gun before you even leave. And then for science, you can create some stim packs. Alright, so super quick. And I can just cut all this out. All I'm going to do is pick up all the loot around here. I'm not going to explore any dialogue options with the doc. Just going to pick up some loot. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. I've robbed this man blind. Drank some of his shitter water. So I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and talk to him and go out into the wasteland.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on, too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style, anyway.
Alright, so I'll come back and talk to him about, I don't know, he says something about losing something. He'll tell you a little bit about the town. But I'd rather discover that for myself, and plus that'll be a little bit more interesting for you guys as well. So I think I'll just leave it at that. Thanks for patching me up.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Alright, so before we leave, we get the chance to go into hardcore mode. I am not going to do that. It's a little bit too tricky for me. Basically, it's just a harder version of the game. Specifically, stim packs heal over time. It cannot mend broken limbs. Radaway removes radiation over time. Ammunition is weight. Dehydration is a constant concern. You can turn it on or off. However, if you activate it right now and keep it on till the end of the game, you get a special reward. I don't actually know what that is, but I'm not going to activate it. Alright, so that is the first quest. Let's go ahead and head out there. Alright, so first thing I like to do is just catch Victor before he gets too far away.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
I say the first thing I like to do is if I've beaten this game and have any kind of opinion on how to play it well. But I don't. I'm just going to be winging it. Anyway, do you know those men who attacked me? Okay, so this is the guy who dug me out of the grave. Thanks for digging me out of the grave.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did you happen to find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they had run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Do you know who those men were who attacked me?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
Alright. How did you end up in Good Springs?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
I've never seen a robot like you before.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Alright. Goodbye.
Happy trails!
Alright, so the doc mentioned going to see, I believe, Trudy and Sunny Smiles. They're both located at the saloon out here. On the way over, I think I run into, somebody right here. I'm just gonna talk to every person I can.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though. If you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
Why are you called Easy Pete?
Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners.
You were a prospector, like digging for gold and silver?
Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it.
I'm gonna go ahead and exhaust all these dialogue options with Easy Pete. Just because I'm either gonna do it now or hit it in another video. So let's go ahead and get Easy Pete out of the way.
Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out.
What's wrong with the NCR?
Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Good Springs and Prim don't stay independent for long, not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away.
Tell me about the Legion.
They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them.
Okay. So a bit of a civil war going on here. What's so important about Hoover Dam?
The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory.
Okay, what do you use Bighorners for?
Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. They just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch
like
of wild
Chungus.
ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered.
Alright, let's talk about Victor.
The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
Alright.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Actually, let's see what we do have. Okay. These screens are just talking about some of the attributes of the apparel, of the guns, things like that, but it's pretty standard stuff. So I'm just going to close all that. Pre-war hat, reading glasses. Alright, so let's go talk to, I believe her name is Sunny. Here she is.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
Let's go ahead and get this tutorial out of the way. So Doc Mitchell said you could teach me to survive in the desert.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Yeah, shot me in the head. What they done to me. Doggo. Oh, didn't mean to pull my gun out on him.
Now,
Okay.
see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the side. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But
You're
I
a
don't reckon you
gunslinger.
came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles.
No.
Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
All right.
Follow me.
Good to
It's
go.
just down to the southeast a short ways.
So I really enjoy the graphics of this world. I don't know, something about I'm not gonna say bad, but very simplistic graphics, simplistic animation. I don't know, I really enjoy that. The only critique I do have is that everything kind of blends in. It's very different, or excuse me, it's very difficult to distinguish plants, for instance, in the ground, and I don't know, buildings from the background. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. And when playing this on mouse and keyboard, you don't really get that chunky movement feel, or at least I mean I don't. And I remember playing it on a controller.
Hear
And
that up on the
having
ridge
that-
behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out.
Anyway,
Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
okay.
Okay, you're on. Go give him hell.
Like way over there. I'm not gonna be able to hit that. Okay, let's just get a little bit closer. Oh, Jesus. I'm not gonna read that, but basically, I'm a big proponent of VATS, the VATS system. Some people hate it, but I really enjoy it. Alright, so I think there's a couple more geckos to kill before we can move on. And like I said, I'm just trying to get through these kind of beginning tutorial type things a little bit quicker for you guys.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Alright. I believe there's a woman down here who's fighting the geckos. If you're not quick enough, she will die. Happened to me a couple times. I don't know if she actually gives you anything of interest, but still important to note. There she is. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, she died. Okay. I don't think I'm losing a quest by having her die. But still, it's, Oh, a cleaver. Okay, never mind. Still. Hate to see it happen.
Ah, hell's bells. There's not a day passes by I don't tell people not to come here by themselves. Some people, your word just isn't good enough for them. Then this happens. Well, it's a part of life out here. Best to accept it. But you did what you promised. Staying out here with me. Here's my end of the deal. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
I'm gonna knock out all these tutorials.
All right,
so
then.
I'm gonna
We'll need
do
a
this
couple
section.
ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna call it here for this first little section. Kind of just knocking out the beginning stuff, you know. Some of the less interesting things, but anyway, I think things will start pick up in part 2, part 3, and then obviously as the story goes along, as we explore the Wasteland, it's gonna really pick up. So, thanks for watching. Stick around, it's gonna be daily uploads. So stick around for part 2. Alright, see ya.